Yeah.
It was one of those more interesting cities to look at.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had additional screenshots to look at, so we kind of were able to see bits and bobs a bit more clearly. But it was definitely, it also, like one of the previous ones we looked at, it felt like a city in transition.
Right.
It's a city that's slowly transitioning. I mean, in the end of the video, we still saw those kind of bits of polluted ground that showed up here and there, but it feels like it's being managed, kind of cut off from each other, created into these little pockets, and slowly getting managed and taken away. And it's one of those exciting things to see. It's exciting to see someone take a city or go in with the idea of, I'm going to build a city and then transition it into a green city. It felt like almost adding a challenge onto the challenge, which is fun to see, because it's easier. I feel personally it's easier to go in with the mindset, I'm going to build a green city, than it is to get that transition from a existing city into a green city.
Yeah.
Like Hasjam said as well, the transport links were fantastic. I love that it's a map that has those kind of separated islands, which then allow you to create these bridges. I am personally a fan of bridges because they add something nice to the waterfront itself.
They're nice focal points too.
Yeah. And there's also just something about being able to get on a river or get on a boat and just slowly seeing that kind of panorama of the city that also has like that nice bridge, like Sydney Harbor is a good example, Brooklyn Bridge, Tower Bridge.
That add to the skyline.
Yeah, they just add a little bit into the kind of, it almost reminds you of those little kind of like blood vessels in the, it just connects the city. It makes it feel like one bit.
Yes.
So that was very, very lovely. It was a very, very good city.
The more we build on this city, the more I slowly fall deeper in love with her. She is progressing quite nicely. I wasn't expecting it to be like this, but it is looking magnificent. What we need to do now is to finally replace this interchange. So I am going to go ahead and pause it, and we will start rebuilding. For every Cities Skylines player, the standard interchange that every player should know is the Trumpet interchange. It is also one of the best interchanges when it comes to a three-way. So we will go ahead and create our trumpet, but first things first, we need to use this height and bring it about equally there on lane. So I will first dig a hole because we have no soil. Oops. We'll dig a hole here, not too deeply, and fill it here. I will go ahead and de-zone this, then refill that. Alright, so now that we have the right height, we can go ahead and create our little curve here. First we need our straight road. Well, you know what, maybe we should start off from here. It might be a lot better if we start here. So I will go ahead and go straight. There. This we will remedy in just a moment. Right now we will want to focus on this side. Here. So that is, so the distance between is perfect, but the slope, actually the slope doesn't look half bad. It looks just about right. And the amount of space we have here is also lengthy, or has enough length in order to have our trumpet there. Now the only issue is this thing. So we will go ahead and remedy this. First, let's connect these guys together so we have our marker there, and we will go ahead and proceed to delete this, and we will use what I call the trench bridge technique, and that is by first creating a trench and then reconnecting the roads with a bridge, and if it is deep enough, disregard those suspension, and it should be exactly straight where it didn't dip in anymore. Then all we need to do is to simply refill that hole, but we still need some gap underneath for a road to go through, so I will not fill it in all the way, and that is still a little too high, maybe around here. That might be ample enough. We need to check that. But what we ran out is soil. We have a lot of soil here. Let's grab there and refill. There we have it. Let's double check if a road can pass underneath. No, it cannot. So we kind of filled in a little too much, but not to worry. Always just dig a little, and from here let's check again. Yes, now that can totally pass. Now for this, all we need to do is just to change the direction, or just change any type, and it would, oops, try this one there, and it would change, and then just go back to what it was, delete, and we'll go back to our normal highway. And that's how you create a smooth bridge. There it is. That's our smooth bridge. Alright, now we need to do is to create that trumpet. So we are going to take this as our lead. Let's fill this area. And we're going to use the slope tool. Right click on top, left click on the bottom, drag going upward. But we have to make sure that the bottom half, or underneath the bridge, is completely flat. And then we can go ahead and proceed with our road. We also have to remember that there's going to be two roads, so it has to be within and not there. Okay, that looks about right. Yeah, we are just simply eyeballing it. And there. And then from here, to make that other curve, we will use the nodes as our guide. See how it's perfectly parallel in between, as long as we follow the nodes. Turn on snapping. Seems slightly off, but that is necessary. And we need to create another one. Before we do that, yeah, I completely forgot. We need to fix the terrain. Alright, that should be extremely smooth now, with less cracking of the earth. That's how it's done. That's our trumpet interchange. Let's make sure that the power is connected on the other side. So this, we will need to create a power jumper. I could go ahead and do that, but we are focusing here first. Next thing we need to do is we need to create more area for residential. And we also need ways to get on this highway other than coming from here. So we need alternate pathways. And I will go ahead and delete this. And then I will create a connection from here. Oh, that is so unfortunate. I would have loved to have a node here so that it'll look like it's going completely straight, but unfortunately we have to settle with this. So now we have an alternate means to get on this highway, and there's also sufficient distance so that it doesn't start to back up on this end. It can, but it's a little awkward on the way it's going to connect together. So we need a creative way for this to connect. Let's see if we can somehow connect this together. I think I can connect it here. Alright, so now we have alternate ways to get on the highway, not just using this. We can also create more from here. Actually, I think we could afford to create another road here. So the slope is really unforgiving. It's gonna be difficult to create another road here. But doing this is absolutely necessary just to clean that out. We may not even add another road because of the issues that it will cause. Maybe we'll just leave it as is. Yes, maybe that may not even be necessary. Let's try. I am really inclined to alternate exits out of the city, but we need to make it look convincing. Oh, I would really love this. Let's try this one. Yes, it works. Okay. And that should be more than enough. Yes, that is totally acceptable. Let's check our traffic flow. 94. Yeah, so that will definitely ease up the amount of traffic that will have to go here. As you can see, there are now vehicles taking this instead of going through the main avenue. So those will most likely be the trucks here. And here on this side, we also have, this is also optional. And let's go ahead and fix this side. Oh, we have not upgraded these roads. Actually, there's nothing we can do here. That is pretty good, unless we unlock this and we create a pathway there, but it is not necessary. Okay, so this is complete. Let's go ahead and zone more residential because we are in dire need of more residents. Because of the dezoning, and we also need to zone more here. So I'm using the level terrain just to add more. So I'm right clicking on the road. I should probably just redo this. I want to be able to zone towards the outside, not on the inside. We will avoid the highway, even though we have noise barriers. I think that should be filled in more with trees. And we just need to create another one here. Sorry, rocks, but you have to go. Let's hope the distance is far enough. If not, we may need to terraform and connect them a little closer. Yes, that is perfect. So there is our power jumper. And all we need to do is just to redo this. We could just, I think we'll just make it go straight. And there, that should work. And of course, we'll be adding more along the coastline or the bank of the river, just to add, to make it more appealing. And we have our first homes here. We can go back and just continue to zone. I'm not sure what happened with this. We need to reset that node. Let's go ahead and do that by upgrading the road. Oh, it did not work because that is the wrong type. It really does not want to build there. Anyhow, that's fine. It's not a big deal. The thing that I really wanted was the power to jump so that I could delete this. So we will wait for all of that to connect. Let's actually add some commercial. Where do we put in our commercial? Well, no, that's fine there. I think here we can put some commercial instead. Okay, looking good so far. While all of that builds, let's try to fill in other things. We need to add a city park. So I am going to go ahead and zone a city park. We could actually make the whole thing into a city park. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is going to be one giant city park. What happened there? Oh yes, that's right. I made a mistake. The parks cannot go over the industrial area. Okay, so I will have to undo what I did because I am terrible. And this should have gone here. There. Again, I am not the best when it comes to painting in zoning. I just don't mind what it looks like. It's probably the wrong way to do things, but I just really want to move forward and not care too much about that. I could always redo it towards the end, which will be a cleanup. Alright, so what I'm doing now is putting a city park around the edges because I plan to use the coastline props or buildings. And actually here we are going to create a different park, and this will be, we're having two parks. This will be a nature reserve. So first let's put up our nature reserve. It's going to be using that's a zoo, small nature reserve gate. We are now level 1. I may be able to delete this. Yes, we are. And there is our first one, and we will create a second one on this side, and we will connect them together. And let's go ahead and make our bridge. Let's try to keep it as close as possible. Let's see. To the river, to the water, not too high like that. I want to bring it down. So something like this. If you fall in, you're gone. Not very safe, but it is exciting. And this, so instead of just going straight, we could actually make it curve. Or yeah, I guess we have to flatten this. And there we are. That looks great, and we could definitely build more there. So for now, we just need to put up some of these things. So these require no power. So for now, I need to level up. So we're just gonna put in a bunch without a thought. Add in some of the other types of buildings. How many do we need? Entertainment is high enough. We just need visitors. So we have people crossing already. All right, we'll leave it as is. Oh wait, they cannot actually connect to the other side. So let's fix that right away. Okay, now that is definitely much better. Let's see, we'll curve. There we go. Just even that slight curve, I would accept. I don't like this raised up slightly, but I think it's necessary. There you go, we got some people crossing already. So this will be one of the main features of our city. Kind of like the cherry on top for the competition. What happened to you? Oh, you're not supposed to be there. Okay. Alright, so we have more residents again after we built that. Suddenly we have a spike of more people wanting to come in. Let us build something here. So let's go ahead and proceed with our education. I will put the university just here. Police headquarters, we will relocate. I guess here it's not a bad idea. I mean, I'm gonna be planting trees on this side, so placing it there is not a bad idea. Place space already occupied. That is so annoying. I did not want to do that. Now we have this obligation by filling this area in. What do we have? Of course, this. Okay, that will be enough for now until we have unlocked more. Let's check out the rate of people crossing. Where is... Where is... There it is. 4 people. That's not gonna be a lot. That will take a while. This has 6. That is equally not as good. Yeah, we're just gonna have to fast forward in order for this to level up. What else do we need? We need more residential again, but I don't think we really have to. Our income is at 2k. We're actually at the negative. Now that is not good at all. Yeah, okay, let's add another row of road here so that this can connect. Oh, it fluctuated. Okay. But I'm gonna try to keep aware of that. Alright, let's go ahead and continue designing this area. Unfortunately, this already has trees. No, I was really tempted to really design that, but we don't have all the buildings available, and I am not inclined to 16. It went up. Okay, that's good. So we actually clicked on it a little too early. This is rather low though. We need to see a way if we can increase the number of people crossing. Let's add in some commercial on this side. So commercial buildings always help encourage people or encourage them to travel to that area. And I'm gonna hope that some of the residents on this side would want to go shopping there and vice versa. Let me look. Let's check out what we have. Yeah, this looks really nice. And this isn't half bad, so I guess it will be fine if we added another road there. So this kind of curved that way. We could probably create an alternate route here, just so that it looks a little more natural. So I will go ahead and proceed and build a tiny path. There, and to make this natural, I'm gonna cut that. And we will connect this. I'm not sure if I want to make this dirt road or cement. Yeah, that is completely fine. We could also extend the land ever so slightly. Okay, that looks good. How far are we from the level up? We have more than enough entertainment. The number of visitors is rising. This is 10, okay. Yep, slowly yet surely we will reach level 5. Let's design this. And we have completed our Trumpet interchange. We added some pathways, trees. I call it the RTF. We don't have the F though. F is for fences, but we definitely do have the rocks and trees. We will add in the fencing in the next episode. And this city is slowly coming to a close. So we just need to fix up the other areas, make sure to fill in the empty gaps. This I did not regret. We'll add more of these along the coastline. We'll definitely fix this up because this is like the main feature of our build here. And everything looks pretty balanced. Let's check before we take off. So our income is still at 8k, so it was just fluctuating when it was under. We're at 9k population. Let's check our stats. Okay, so there was a little death wave there, so we kind of lost some population here, but we are slowly recovering. The only thing we're missing is more education. So I made this without even making a single elementary or high school, because that is something I want to do. So offline I will keep this running so that until we reach level 5 of these things. You may notice some other buildings so that we don't waste too much time just waiting for them to upgrade. I will upgrade it in offline terms, so other than that I will not be building anything.